Daily Refugee Stories with Malish James.
Welcome to Daily Refugee Stories here in Bidibidi Refugee Settlement. With you is Malish James. This was brought by Afri-Youth Network. Today I have come up with our guest here. He's one of the youth here in the settlement. I think we are going to hear from him what best he has for us today. As he's going to introduce himself, let's give him a chance. You're welcome.
Yes, I give thanks to my viewers outside there. My name's called Kenyi Kennedy.
Thank you, Kennedy. You're welcome to Daily Refugee Stories brought by Afri-Youth Network. Maybe I would ask you to just give us when did you arrive here in Bidibidi Refugee Settlement?
I arrived here, it was August 2016.
Oh, that's like 4 years ago now. So may you share with us your experience and what are you doing here in the settlement?
Here in the settlement here, I have two things to do. I'm a mechanic who provides service and repair for refugees here in Bidibidi receptions, and at the same time doing business of auto spare parts for motorcycles.
Okay, if I may ask you, I think, when did you start that business here in the settlement and how did you come up with it?
When I arrived here in Bidibidi refugee settlement, and life was hard in the past place, so I come out with options of me saying, since I'm in refugee settlement and the life is hard, let me start something. So James, that is how I started. From my dream, and I come out by setting up a garage where we offer services and repair for refugees in Bidibidi.
Oh, this is what you have been doing back in South Sudan, right?
Yes.
Okay, now here in the settlement, how is it really helping you? Are you getting enough service?
In human life, there are so many things that involve and so many standards and so many places that varies from what you're supposed to do or what you're doing. Here, life is a bit hard, but I'm trying for survival.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much for that. I think one more question is, how is life like here in the refugee settlement, being as a refugees youth?
Being as a refugees youth, there are a lot of difficulties and challenges. So, the white man says, if you wanted to become perfect in life, you need to learn in a hardship. You need to learn in a hard way. When you learn in a hard way, you find that in all the time your mind's open and you will begin to do a lot of things.
Sure. Yeah, okay. What do you think refugees youths lack most in your settlement, and what is supposed to be done to help them? What are they lacking?
What I've seen here in Bidibidi refugee settlement, there are so many things that youths are lacking. If you go to educational sector, the way things are conducted here, that is one. And the second things that I should talk about, it is all about necessities, schools, materials like that, where one need to look for money to buy uniforms, buy pen, buy books. So that is one of the challenge. Another challenge, most of our youths here in refugee settlements are idle and jobless because they have nothing to do. And that makes them also to be redundant or making them not to think about their life. That is another challenge. The other challenge is most of our youths, since a crisis happened in our country, most of them have given up in life. They said they cannot do anymore.
And do you think that is true? Do you think they cannot do any more?
I believe that they can do. It is only parastrations, and most of our youths are miserable. Stress also. Those are the things that make them to believe that they cannot do it.
Sure. Yeah. If I may ask, what do you think is supposed to be done? What is supposed to be done to improve their life in the settlement?
Uh, you know, James, in the world here, we have two resolution. One, we have the answer, which is a temporary approach. A second approach, it is a solution. And it is good to take solution than loving for answers. What I've seen that can be done here in Bidibidi Refugee Settlement can be when UNHCR really knows that we are refugees and UNHCR is the one taking care of us. Let UNHCR come with setup of a vocations training where most of the youths who are in need of being trained, they will go and attend. That is one. And two, we need a centralization where our youth should be enlightened to realize their rights and realize that their life is more important, and they will do it again.
Sure.
Another thing could be, I've seen so many NGOs here in Bidibidi Refugee Settlement. I'm appealing to them that if possible, they should set a programs that can build the capabilities and making the youth so realize their destinies and visions. Because you cannot bring something and you cannot bring food and you give youths and you feed them without making them to know what they're supposed to do.
Okay, thank you so much for the great experience that you have shared with us and your message to the world. What is your last message to the world?
My message to the world, international communities, and IGAT, I'm a feeling that they should really try. They should try so that peace comes to our country. They should talk to our leaders, and our leaders should realize that we are important, and we are a resource of our country. Because if you can see most of the youths here, if these youths are trained, they will do great things in our country, South Sudan. If you can see most of the population or the population in this refugee settlement, if these youths are trained, we can able to get the medical doctors, and we can able to get teachers, we can get pilots, and we can get business specialists in these youths. That is the reasons why I said the youths are the resource of South Sudan, and they will do great things if our leaders can open their eyes to accept the peace in our country.
Sure. Maybe I had forgotten with one thing. Are you safe? Do you feel yourself safe with your family here in the settlement?
James, home is a home. Your home is home. Even if I feel safe, but I have a feeling of my country. I have a feeling of the word of my country, where I feel I should be in my country, where I feel that I should go and develop my country, because my country, it is very important to me. Look at the children that we are producing right now. They don't know about our country, and they have not seen our country. And if we continue to stay like this, we will make our children not to know about our country. So I'm appealing to my leaders in South Sudan that I know it is hard. In conflict resolutions, they normally says, you win, I lose, or I win, you lose. So it is hard. they should take heart. What is called conflict, it is something that everybody fight to win, but they need to understand. They need to understand that really we have suffered, and we need peace in our country, so that we can do with our brothers and sisters in our country, so that we can develop our country, so that we can make our country great again. So that is the message.
Thank you so much, Kenyi. Thank you to talk to us today. Your message is so important.